And we're back. I didn't mean to... I was in the middle of filming this video here, and I accidentally pushed the cancel button. So let's zoom in a little bit. That's a bit much. Let's go like that. Push that there. That. There! Just like that. So, yeah, so as I said in the description of the last video, I'm going to try and get out and do some fall bushcrafting as well. That's what I'm really waiting for, because it's all, you know, another month from now and it's going to be fire season, and I won't be able to have outdoor fires and, you know, do my outdoor, you know, fire and whatnot. I'll be cooking over briquettes and then letting the briquettes burn out, and you know, pretty much just let it burn out for, right? You don't really sit around a briquette fire and do anything, right? So that's what I'll do. I mean, briquette fires are nothing. They're just coals, right? So I have to wait until, you know, fall now to do my start my bushcraft anyways. And then I can do fall and summer bushcraft. There we go. Fix that. I can do fall and summer bushcraft then. Alright, so. But summer bushcraft, I'm gonna get really into the bushcrafting and doing more of it starting in the fall. But right now I'm starting it out with the outdoor cooking and you know, over the fire, the outdoor cooking and all that stuff. Learning skills on how to cook outdoors and do different things, and always looking stuff up, right? So, yeah, I'm just, I'm gonna, you know, get really into it, right down and into it when the fall comes and I'm able to, you know, pretty much have a fire again outside, and we can, you know, then once next summer comes, I will have maybe a bush buddy or something like that, right? Something that I can use, like a twig stove, or something that you can use, or I'll have a little camp stove or something, right? That I can do my cooking on when I do the outdoor camping and bushcrafting. So, but I will be moving areas too, so when we move into an area that, you know, because we're moving off of this 18 acres, and I'm kind of hoping my caregiver gets another house with acreage, lots of acreage, you know, not just 7-8 acres. I'm hoping he gets something like this, 18, 20, 30 acres, right? And I can go for a roam and go do some bushcrafting and come back in a couple days, alright? I really love it out here, so it's nice. But I'm really hoping that when we move, we get, you know, another you know, good amount of acreage, and I can go and get off of the grid for a while and just go and walk and go and really do my bushcrafting and put my skills to the level, or put my level of skills to the test, right? And if I can make it and do a survival and, you know, do like a 7-day or maybe a 5-day to start survival challenge, right? Post that on YouTube. And, you know, live off the land, plants, everything, right? Berries. Berries would be a summer one, right? So there's not really many berries that come out in the fall. But in the fall, there's also lots of other plants that I can eat that come out, that are fall plants that come out that you can pick and eat. So, and we have lots of them that grow in our forest around here in BC's rainforest. And there's mushrooms. I can get wild mushrooms, right? I know what chanterelles look like. They're a treat. and I know what puffballs look like and all that kind of stuff, right? So, and there's all kinds of wild mushrooms that you can eat. So, morels, right? I sort of know what a morel looks like, but um, yeah, it'll be fun to just get out and go for a gander, and in the fall here, I'm hoping that's when we're hoping to move, but I don't think we're really going to be moved by the fall. I think it's probably going to be next summer by the time we actually move. That's just my suspicion. If we are moving and moved fully by the fall, and living in our new place, then I will definitely get back in, get into the bushcraft out there, wherever we move to, and I'm hoping we can move to somewhere that's close to a lake, and I can just walk to the lake and camp on the lake, survive off, build a shelter, no tent, maybe no tarp if we can, build a natural shelter, right, and away we go. And then we have, right, I'll make sure that I have a way of, fishing and getting fish, and I'll take my fishing rods, of course. I'm not going to go without those. I'm not going to have to bushcraft a fishing rod. I don't want to do that. That's a little much, going bushcraft, right? So I know some people know how to do that and have done that. Like, there's a guy that I follow on here that I'm subscribed to, Greg Ovens from Ovens Rocky Mountain Bushcraft. He built a fishing rod out of saplings. He never caught anything on it on his 30-day challenge, but I don't know if he's caught anything else on that fishing rod yet. I haven't seen the video of it, so of him with the rod, so that fishing rod he made. But yeah, go follow him. He's got a 30-day survival challenge. He went to Patagonia. He went to all kinds of these. He was on Alone. He went to all kinds of places. I've said it before in some of my videos. I'm subscribed to Joe Robnett and Matthew Poza. So go follow those guys. Ovens Rocky Mountain Bushcraft. Go follow him. And I'll leave descriptions in the description. I will try and leave a link. I don't know if I can link it or whatever, but I'll leave the names at least of the people that the 3 people that I'm telling you to go follow. So Joe Robnett is one, and he does all kinds of cool bushcraft stuff. He was on Alone too. He didn't win Alone though. I think something happened and he ended up having to leave early. But I can't remember. It's been a while since I've seen the episode that he was in. But yeah, he was on Alone. But yeah, I mean, doing that would be, totally fun, and doing something like a 30-day survival challenge, a month out in the woods, right? So, or a 14-day survival challenge even, right? So, but and I plan on getting somebody else sometimes. I'll have another guy possibly who would do this with me. He has a kid right now, so I'm kind of waiting until his kid gets a bit older, right? And mom can look after his, the kid's mom can look after him, while he comes out and does some stuff with me, right? So I'm hoping, and he has some good knowledge about survival too, and how to build, traps and snares, and he knows all kinds of stuff. He took military survival, so he's good at fire building. My friend's skill level is probably a teeny bit higher than mine. But one of his strengths in survival is fire making. This kid can literally make a fire in seconds. His strength in survival is fire making. So when we are out and we're fishing and, you know, whatnot, and we're on the river and we're at a place where we can have a fire, I put him in charge of fire making because he is the best at it. I can make a fire, yeah, no problem, but it takes me quite a while sometimes, and sometimes you don't want to go. But this guy, he can make a fire, snap your fingers, and boom, it's going. Like, it's going hot and fast and hard, and, you know, he's good. Another one of his strengths, I'd say, would probably be shelter building. So he has two good strengths there, shelter and fire. So that's good. So between us two, I know plants, I know, you know, fishing techniques and all, how to get the food. He knows how to build the shelter and the fire to cook the food, right? And survive and sleep, right? So that's what our two skills put together would be, right? And it would be a pretty good match, I think, for survival whatnot. So I'm kind of hoping I can get him to come out and do when his kid's older, do you know, even a 14-day survival challenge or a 30-day survival challenge with me, and whatnot. So I just, once, you know, this whole thing with COVID and stuff is gone, right, and, you know, no more, right, don't have to speak of coronavirus for a while, right, at least, and there's no more spikes in cases, and, you know, and everything's opened up again, the pools and the you know, the beaches and whatnot for swimming, and whatnot. You know, once all that opens up again, then you know, I'll be doing stuff with him, and, you know, if we move, I'll still be coming back to the area that I'm in, not the 18 acres, but the area of the island I live on now. I will be coming back to, because I have a family that I stay with here sometimes. Just for the heck of it, I like to stay with them for 4 days out of the week, out of every 2 weeks. I stay with them for 4 days just to help them out, and it helps me out, get a rest from my caregivers, and he gets a rest from me too. So, and I help with their grandkids and stuff that are around. So, but yeah, anyways, I go there for 4 days out of every 2 weeks. I go there for 4 days, so for a 4-day weekend, and yeah, if I can, when I'm in town again and I'm, you know, when I see him, I'll be able to, like, you know, say, okay, well, hey man, you're part of my show, so let's go do a 14-day challenge. And I just say to my caregiver, I'm bringing Dakota back for a 14-day survival challenge, right? And then he just stays with me for a couple days and then takes a bus to go home from wherever we live. We may not be living too far away anyways. Yeah, we may only move to Chemainus or to Parksville or something like that, right? So it may not be that far away, so it's, you know, skip, hop, and jump for me to come and see him and say, okay, let's go do a 14-day challenge, right? So, but yeah, I don't know, I'm just a little, you know, I'm a little hesitant, but I'm a little nervous to do a challenge like that, though, because I've never tested my survival skills, right? I've only gone with my instinct and everything like that. I've never actually had a chance to test my survival skills. So doing a challenge like that would really put me in a place of like, I could actually maybe do it, you know, and test my skills and come out, you know, and come out alive still. Right? So, and if I have to, I'll shoot a deer, or I'll, you know, for a 14-day challenge, or even a 30-day challenge for a month, I would take down a deer, or I would take down, you know, rabbits or whatever. My buddy can make slingshots. He has a hunting slingshot, so I'll tell him to bring that. I have, you know, a couple other things. I have a blowgun that I've made. I have a bow and arrow I've made. So, you know, I can easily pack that stuff around, and, you know, it's not hard. So, I have a light bow and arrow that I've made. Nice and easy to pack around, and there's no, you know, there's no real, you know, yeah, it's a nice, easy, light bow and arrow to pack around. I can even make a bow and arrow out of a branch, like a sapling branch or something, or a small, you know, a smaller. I could make a smaller, you know, compact, you know, something small, right? Could make a small compact bow and arrow out of something, right? And I could take down a deer, or I could take down a, you know, a small animal of some sort. Right, and with my blowgun that I'm making, I'm gonna remake my blowgun because my darts don't fly very well. They wobble through the air as I'm flying, and they fly very slow. But I think the hole to my blow dart or my blowgun was a little bit big. So if I shorten up my darts and make a smaller compact blowgun, pretty sure I might be able to launch those darts pretty far and have a decent shot at killing something, right? Like a squirrel or a rabbit or something. There's lots of rabbits around, you know, Peter Cottontail rabbits, right? The brown and white little puff tails, right? I could take down one of them giant things or something like that, or a black rabbit or something like that. A hare, even. I could take down a hare and eat the hare, right? So there's grouse. I could take down grouse birds. They're like chicken, right? So they're pretty good. When you breast them and you take the breast meat out, because it's really all you want. It's breast meat and a little bit on the legs, right? So, but and I could get a bunch of we could get a bunch of grouse. Now I can go buy a pellet rifle, no big deal, or something like that. A small compact pellet rifle, right? Something that's collapsible. That's not, you know, doesn't have to, you can just take it, break it apart, fold it like that, right? Done. And it folds down if it's something like a backpack pellet rifle. For hunting. Something that would be meant for bird hunting, right? But not necessarily something that you need a license to carry, because I don't have a gun license, so I therefore can't carry rifles that are air rifles, for instance, or ones that have pistons in them, because those they go just as far and fast as a .22 bullet. They're 22 caliber, but they go just as far and fast as a .22 caliber bullet. But ones without pistons, they are 22 caliber, but do not fly as fast and do not fly as far as bullets. I don't know how far a pellet gun would fly if I, you know, just shot it I don't know how many yards pellet guns on, like, non-piston or non-air pellet guns go when you shoot them compared to like an air one or a piston gun with a piston in it, right? So, but yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna get into the bushcraft, really get into it and whatnot. So yeah. Well, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go put some wood on that fire, and then we're gonna come back in here. I gotta see what time it is, and I will come back into the video, and possibly, if it's time, we'll do the cooking. If it's not time, and you know if it's not time for me to eat yet, I'm not really that hungry, but I am getting there. So I might start preparing. We'll see, depending on the time. But I'm gonna cut this one you know, short at 20 minutes here, and I will see you in the next video, guys. Peace.